When it comes to Anderson County agriculture, Braden McInnis is one of a kind. In a county filled with cattle, hay, and timber, this 23-year-old grows corn, milo, soybeans, and wheat, the only farmer in the county that does.
Started really row crop farming when I was about a sophomore in high school, which would have been about 2010. I started with 85 acres, had my first winter wheat crop, and I planted, I think, 15 acres of milo. Next year, I got right around 300 or 400 acres and grown ever since.
Braden's grandfather sparked his interest in ag. He raised cattle and hay next door to Braden's parents. Braden also spent summers helping a family friend on a grain farm in Collin County near Dallas. It was here that his love for row crops took root. He leased some land back home and started farming, bringing soil that hadn't seen seeds in decades back to growing grain.
I farmed all the way through high school. I had half-day classes when I was a junior and senior. I'd work early in the mornings, and then I'd work when I got out of school. And then in college, I had a full-time hand helping me back home, and I'd drive back and forth on the weekends.
After graduating from West Texas A&M in Canyon, he came back to East Texas to continue what he started. His unique location makes for a unique market. The vast majority of poultry farms in Texas are in Braden's part of the state. And in 2012, Sanderson Farms opened its largest feed mill, hatchery, and processing plant just 20 miles away.
All their corn and grain are bought through secondary grain companies or trade companies. I'm one of the only producers that sell directly to them. They like buying local corn if they can.
About 80% of his corn goes to the chicken houses in East Texas. The rest he sells directly to other feed mills and feed stores in the area. Not one kernel goes to a grain elevator. He stores and sells it all off his farm. Plus, he uses it to feed his own cattle. Braden thinks outside the box. He's always looking for new ways to innovate, grow, and steward the land.
The last several loads of the year, this year, I took my combine and I changed the settings to where I was actually, they call cracking or grinding the corn. And I'm taking that corn and I'm grinding it with some forage, sorghum, and I'm going to start adding a little bit of cottonseed oil in it and make my own feed.
Braden serves on the Anderson County Farm Bureau Young Farmer and Rancher Committee as well as the state YF&R Committee. Through Texas Farm Bureau, he's not only given back to the farming community, but also met his wife. Jordan, an ag teacher in nearby Elkhart, crossed paths with Braden at a District 9 YF&R meeting. The rest is for the storybooks. Both are excited to start and raise their family in the East Texas soil.
It's one of the greatest occupations to raise a family in. Just the morals and the values that it teaches. Getting up every day and feeding calves or going and checking on water or just getting to see something happen that you do. All of your hard work gets turned into something at the end of the year.